Number 5. The Birdman meets his fate. The very first recorded death caused by a bird strike occurred in 1912. Calbraith Perry Rogers became the 49th licensed aviator in the world after practicing flight for only 1 month. Learning of a $50,000 prize being offered by publisher William Randolph Hearst to the first person to fly from coast to coast in under 30 days, Rogers purchased a 35-horsepower Model X biplane from the Wright Company. From the start, Rogers's journey was fraught with problems. Being partially deaf, having no navigation tools, and flying a plane Oliver Wright claimed wasn't up to the trip resulted in numerous hard landings, engine failures, and even crashes. Rogers realized he would never be able to make the trip in 30 days but was determined to finish anyway, and on December 10, 1911, he did exactly that. His national celebrity didn't last for long. Just a few months later, on April 3, 1912, while performing at an air show in California, his plane flew into a flock of birds and crashed before a crowd of hundreds. The popular aviator, interestingly called the Birdman, was killed on impact. Number 4. Thunderbird's lose support crew. Created in 1953, the Thunderbird's Precision Flying Group was formed as the U.S. Air Force's official demonstration team. Their exciting performances still provide thrills to audiences worldwide. But in 1958, the USAF mourned the loss of some of their own. On Thursday, October 9, 1958, a Fairchild C-123B provider was carrying a team of supporters for the Thunderbird flyers when it flew into a formation of geese. The aircraft crashed near Payette, Idaho, killing all 19 aboard. A monument to the crew still stands in Payette, and a ceremony was held in 2018 to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the tragedy. Number 3. Cockpit Takeover. It isn't just engines that can be damaged when planes and birds collide. Sometimes, an injury to the crew can have catastrophic consequences. On Wednesday, December 10, 1969, an Ilyushin IL-14P plane operated by Aeroflot, Georgia crashed about 4 minutes after takeoff. All 17 people aboard died in the crash, which occurred at about 1150 feet over the sea about 2.2 miles from Makhachkala, Russia. According to subsequent reports, the cause of the crash was said to be a collision between the plane and a large flock of birds that destroyed the cockpit, not the engine. The report also mentions possible injuries to the crew and the involuntary descent of the aircraft. Number 2. Geese Problems. Planes are not the only airborne vehicles affected by bird strikes. On November 19, 2017, Air Ambulance Bell 407 N620PA was downed when the helicopter collided with a flock of geese. The pilot and 2 others on board were killed in the crash near Stuttgart, Arkansas. After the crash, 12 bags of feathers and bird remains were recovered from the crash site and examined by the Smithsonian Institute. Their investigation concluded the remains were snow geese. The white feathers of the geese were actually found embedded in the pilot's clothing and boot. Number 1. Red Hawk down. Sometimes, it doesn't even take an entire flock to bring down an aircraft. The deadly crash of a Marine helicopter at Camp Pendleton in 2011 was surprisingly caused by one single bird. On September 19, 2012, the AH-1W Cobra twin-engine attack helicopter collided with a red-tailed hawk, one of the largest birds in North America. Investigators say the female hawk, weighing about 3 pounds, with up to a 4-foot wingspan, struck the helicopter. Within 1 minute of impact, the rotor and top of the transmission separated from the vehicle. The helicopter broke apart and crashed to the ground, killing both Marine pilots on board. The crash also caused a 120-acre brush fire that had to be put out by other planes and helicopters dumping tons of fire retardant in the area.